I got my gear ready to go and I'm ready to rock. Yeah, Mount Carleton, here we come. Welcome to the Fishing Musicians YouTube channel. Thanks everyone for watching my videos. Please hit like, subscribe. Once again, we're in Mount Carleton. This is another episode where I'm by myself. I think I'm going to do some fishing on Bathurst Lakes, one of my favorite places. Campsite in Franklin for the night. Tomorrow night it was completely booked, but it looks like it's going to rain tomorrow. I was planning on staying for 2 days. Going to set up camp at Franklin 3, get things ready, and then I'm going to head to Bathurst Lakes and do some fishing. So rockin'. This is Nictau Lakes in the Mount Carleton Provincial Park. Nictau Lakes feed the Tobic River, which actually starts right there. Right there is Mount Sagamook. Great climb. So just heading back, and I'll probably stop before I even get to my campsite in Franklin. That's a crazy little nice lodge. An employee checking the doors or something. Maybe they're afraid I'll break in. Driving to Franklin, you know, I brought all this gear, forgot my tripod, and I do have the GoPro. No, actually, I forgot the GoPro. Well, we'll see if we can make some kind of video of this. Nictau Lakes right there. There's my Franklin. And I've got Franklin 3, which is right here. There's my campsite. Nice. As you can see, I made it to my campsite. This is going to be another one of those handheld, no camera guy. Get my fly rods, I'll show you here in a sec. I'll head to set up my camp here and see what happens. I don't think I've ever taken so long to set this little tent up. This is my shelter for this evening. If you can see in here, that's how much space I have right there. Enough for one person. Anyhow, we're set up. There's my little tent, single man, and there's my Etowah tarp for tonight. Kind of like this stuff. Anything dry, get that ready first so you can get your flame going, and then start applying heavier materials and wood on top of that. One man's piece of junk is another man's treasure. We're gonna have a wicked campfire tonight. Wicked. This is right in front of my campground, Nictau Lake. Nice trout. Nice little specky. Here, specky. So here we are at the main Nictau Lake lodges. Here's the main lodge here. I think you can rent this for larger events, like, you know, Boy Scouts and stuff like that. And there's a number of smaller lodges and camps along this area up in the back. Beautiful main lodge and great look at the lake as well. That, my friends, is a mighty moose track. Look how far down that is. It's hard for the camera to show you, but it's about 6 inches down. Massive. Lots of moose around here. Where is it here? Where is it? Oh, there we go. So we arrived at Bathurst Lakes, and there's I came across this fellow who's parked right here, and he dumped his canoe in the lake. So we're just Gonna try to do an emergency rescue here. Successful. I tied up to the end of his canoe and he had some straps and poles and he literally is getting it out and he might save everything. Might have to dry things out. Got it out. That's great.
No fish still.
No fish on there. So you never know what's going to happen, folks. Just pulled into Bathurst Lakes, as you saw, and found out his name is Dave from St. John. So we had some chats. He's actually a musician, which is really cool, and he's heard about my show, which is pretty awesome. Fish and Musicians. He actually said I always wanted to be on it. So he's staying at the Bathurst Lakes camps, which I showed you on last episode. And he's just crossing the bridge here right now. He's going to his camp. He's just staying over there, like I said. And he's going to grab a beer for me. He asked me if I was opposed to having a beer. And I said, you know what? Absolutely not. I am not opposed. I will encourage that. So he's going to get a beer. And then I think I'm going to show him the honey spot on Bathurst Lakes. Not many people know exactly where to go. But I know where to go. And the weather is seemingly going to be wicked. So we're going to have some wicked fishing. I'm letting him in on a few little special secrets that I hope he does not divulge to anyone else. If he does, I will have to kill him over there and leave him. So gang, this is called gink, and what this is used for is to lubricate your flies. Fly fishing only on Bathurst Lakes, or Bathurst Lake. This is the first lake. Fly fishing only, catch and release. So we are always done up with the fly. Here's the same fly I had on the last trip, and I really did well with it. So I'm going to apply this gink, and basically that's lubricant to keep it buoyant in the water, to replicate a fly that's on top of the water here. Let's see, there we go. And that'll dry out, and you should always keep that with you. And so there it is. That one's going to slay tonight. Slay. So there's my kayak ready to go. 2 fishing rods. Got my gear ready to go. It's around 10 to 7. This is my view right now. Just left the camp or the parking spot here at Bathurst Lakes. And here we are. I pretty much got to my special spot. Doesn't look like much now, but there's a little creek that comes in. Not sure how good this camera is for this, but there's fish rising all over the place, so I'll try to hold it steady here. Yeah, you can see them. So those are all trout rising to the top for any type of food. Oh, see one jumped. They're coming right out of the water. It's going to be a wild night fishing. So this didn't take me long to get my first trout here, folks. I'm going to try to show it to you. It's a nice fish. But again, I just got my iPhone, so I got one hand. It's brutal. Nice trout. I'll bring it to you here. Just let me figure it out. So this is my first speckled trout here, folks. Beautiful on a fly. You can't keep them in this section of the park anyway. Catch and release. Fly fishing only on the first Bathurst Lake, but beautiful fish. Look at that. The bigger trout or larger scale trout that are in here right now feeding are very shallow water. They turn on, they turn off. But there's a couple of big ones feeding in there. That one that I got was pretty decent. It was about 8, 10 inches. This is damn near impossible. What happened to my camera guy? I don't have one. Nice fish. So, catch and release. try to get a shot of them here. Yeah, so these fish, they're pretty wild brook trout. Can sure put up a fight. There's a beautiful brook trout in Bathurst Lakes. Try to get a snapshot of them. I gotta release them, catch and release. That's a real nice one. I don't like to touch them. Barbless hook, fly fishing only for me. It's a great spot because there's deep water, but you usually don't catch, in this lake anyway, in the deep water, it's in these little, oh man, they're wild, they're feisty. Like, this guy's nuts. Look at him. He'll play himself out. Beautiful trout. Look at that. Okay, give me a second here, folks. Well, we couldn't have asked for a better day. Met Dave from St. John. Dave's a musician, plays with the New Brunswick Symphony Orchestra, and is the vice president, Dave, of the youth orchestra?
President of the New Brunswick Youth Orchestra, president of the foundation. Nice.
And we just, by chance, met up here in Bathurst Lakes, and I've showed him my little sweet spot. What do you think of it so far?
I say there's a lot of fish here.
Yeah.
And it's a lot of fun.
Oh, yeah. Definitely a lot of fun. We've caught a few already. It's just tough, especially when it's this good. You don't want to be filming, you want to be fishing. But I guarantee you we've caught some fish already. Dave's first couple of casts, he landed one. Bathurst Lakes. Look at this for a spot. So we made it back to the vehicle. We canoed back. It's pretty dark, as you can see. So Dave's loading his canoe, and I am loading my kayak. I'm just putting some clothes on now, and then loading my kayak. He's just over that way across the bridge, and I got to go back to Franklin, which is about a 20-minute drive, which is no problem. And I'm going to make a scoff, debone stick for one. There, I know you can't see much, but this is my kayak ready in the back of the truck. Kudos to Hathaway Nissan for this truck, Frontier, the lights, being able to do these ratchets and these tie downs, working awesome. Can't really tell, but this is the road back to Franklin, coming back from Bathurst Lakes, about a 20-minute drive. Love it. No one on the road, following the lake that way. That way is Nictau Lakes now. That way. A little update on the food. Can't say anything else, but going awesome. Yeah, baby, you might be able to hear it and not see it. That sound says everything. Oh yeah. She's sizzling. Status, potatoes almost gone, but I put the bacon back on. Now the T-bone's on, bro. This might be the best potato of all.
There's my view for this morning. Just down getting some water. Gonna boil some water, get a coffee going. There's your Fenley neighborhood loon. Was going all night. Good morning coffee. Oh yeah. Coffee. Must have coffee.
Well, we're out of the park. Hate to say goodbye, but it was calling for rain today, although it doesn't look like it. So I'm just heading down the road to Resources back towards Bathurst, kind of northeast. I might stop at a couple of places, maybe cast a line here at a couple of beaver ponds. I had to switch my glasses. I leave my contacts in overnight, some crap in my eyes, and they just go totally bloodshot. As you can see, I look like shit this morning. I still kind of look like shit. I only slept like 4 hours. But can't complain, just meandering down the road. Meandering. I think I'm going to be heading up to Mount Carleton again early next week if I can persuade my daughter to come up for one night, because we are driving her back to university in Newfoundland the first week of August. Anyway, thanks for watching the Fishing Musicians YouTube channel. Please hit like, subscribe, share any video you'd like. And until next time, keep those guitars in tune and your lines tight. Take care, everyone.